What's up, guys? This is Rixxalight signing in, and welcome to, obviously, this is, as you can tell, this is Minecraft, but we're not playing it on the normal. Wow, that is like really slow, and these controllers are horrible to play this game with. Anyways, right, I need to change my fucking skin first. Nope, never mind, I'm Yoshi. Never mind, we are sticking with Yoshi. Right, okay, I'm not used to playing on the Switch in Minecraft, so some things are going to be a little bit off for me to play as. But anyway, right, what I wanted to talk about today is the way how YouTube's changing all their stuff. Because I had an email this morning regarding the effects of what they're going to be doing with the YouTube ad revenue. And this is what's been a problem for a very, very long time with their AdSense and the ad revenue and everything, because it's always going to be a problem now. It always will be a problem. It will forever be a problem, I believe, because ever since some advertisements got a little bit offended by obviously their videos being shown in a very graphic and violent game, like say for example GTA, who generate how do I place just one? Is it Y? Okay, that's not right. Games like that, you see, that's just being effing people over in the back because of how the ad revenue works in these days. Because, like I said, anything too graphic like Doom, and people are giving money out, or big companies or companies, say for example, what should I say? What sort of say for example, Nintendo does an advertisement for a game, and yet again they're being advertised over a game that's like Doom. And yeah, for the Switch I understand it now, it's like that because they want to try and compete with these two big boys. But more importantly, companies don't want to give creators money from graphic content like that. That's all, especially with the freaking Paul Logan thing that's going on for the suicide thing you saw, and post it blatantly on YouTube. But the main problem is with all this stuff is I need a different piece of wood. Right. The main problem is, ever since that day, big YouTubers have lost a lot of their money because of all this ad revenue thing, and now it's even struck even now to the little one, the new starters, the new creators, like me and you guys, whoever's watching and all this stuff. The reason why this is happening is apparently because if you are less than 1,000 subscribers now, or less than 4,000 watch time, in minutes, not in hours, in minutes, they are going to stop ad revenue for those people below 1,000, because they're not making their worth on YouTube now. But it's well, we don't get money from it anyway until we've hit $60 in total, and for English people, you got to reach at least $75 to get that a different, the same at least amount of money that everyone else is getting, which is quite crap in my opinion. But what I feel what they're doing is YouTube used to be all about the new guys, or we want everyone to start the new things, but now it's yeah, we don't care about you no more because we don't want you to be big. That's what I'm getting the feeling from. They don't want anybody to start up on YouTube now because it's such an easy platform to create content on. But it's not an easy platform to get money from. Even the big boys, all these top YouTubers like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, blah 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 blah, they're all associated with Disney themselves, and obviously there's only a few realtors like that want to give out money as well. Social Blade will give out if you've got 1,000 subscribers or 10,000 views in a month, which is actually quite nice in the sense. But in YouTube states now, they just want everyone to have 1,000 subscribers, and they tell you the same things over and over again. They want you to oh, make something unique, make something that people like. And uniqueness is a very, very... Basically, it's like a myth now, because nothing is actually unique. Nothing is original. Even the first guy who ever created the abridged stuff, Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z, or the one I like watching is Code Geass. All these guys came together at some point and all created content that was already out there, and they got done for it. They couldn't do it anymore because they were getting money from other people's work, even though it's their own work that they're doing. And then, so the only thing now that's basically free to get revenue on YouTube, in some weird form of way, is nightcore music, which is basically any song, and you just reduce it by 30 seconds and increase the pitch so it sounds more high pitched. Because then technically it's a very different song. The other lyrics may be the same, but the sound is different, the lyric is different, kind of. So you can actually get away with it in that sense, considering it's not the exact same anymore. I forgot why I fucking put my house. There it is. And 45's not bad. So it's kind of like screwing everybody over in that sense. And then the other guy, obviously the other guys is the gaming side, but even those are being struck hard by it because of all the graphic content, like violent video games and stuff now, obviously. So they don't. YouTube's trying to push back and to make it a very child-friendly kind of place. So they want less swearing, or to no swearing, which is, I understand that, but that's why you've got YouTube Kids. But that I don't know what's happened to YouTube Kids at this point. Did you degrade it? Did you discard it? I don't understand what you've done with it, to be honest, because of what you've done with everything else. So it feels like what they've done anyway is all the new starters on YouTube are going to be like really screwed over, just because no one can get money anymore on YouTube now. It's a really, really hard limitations of what they can get, and because of how retarded things are getting these days, it's just going to get worse and worse. And now, obviously, the big guys, like me, like not even the big guys, like the slow guys, can't even make content anymore. What if it's like a channel's like gone for a week or something like that? It's just making it harder for people to get an easy living out of life. Like, they want to try and do something that they've always done, and seeing this email go around, I believe it's going to put a lot of people off from doing YouTube now, because it's like, oh, you don't get money until you've hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, yeah, I understand that's what the struggle were anyway, but beforehand, like I said, you have to get like to $60 in like ad revenue first to get that, and then you can get the money yourself. But now YouTube's like, yeah, you're not getting money from anything else because you need this amount of money. Well, obviously, Social Blade will still give their helping hand out to people who've got 10,000 views in a month, but YouTube are not helping out the new characters anymore. Like, they've removed so much stuff that helped the new grounds or the new people starting up for no reason whatsoever. Like, for example, they got rid of, I need to go up there, shit, they got rid of like people, they got rid of what the fuck did they get rid of now? Can't remember. Forgot what they got rid of. Shit. They got rid of annotations as well. Like, annotations is a really great way to like help you get ad revenue, or just like money in general if you want to go for it like that. Because annotations, like for example, if you want to make like a compilation video, they help out, because when you're playing a clip in the video, you can send them a link, or like there's a link on screen to where it actually should send you. But they've got rid of that now. Like, I did like a compilation video just start of the new year, and from doing so, fuck's sake, I don't know the controls yet. And what they've really done with it is removed it completely, so people are like, yeah, we can't do this anymore, we've got rid of it because people don't use it anymore. Well, the fact that people don't use it anymore is because people don't want to use it no more. Like, there's no need for them to use it if you've got like the new end screen things, which is quite nice, but it's only an end screen for the last 20 seconds of the video. Which, yeah, it can help out when you're going to get linked to a new video, but at the same time, you're blocking out a lot of stuff as well. Like these cards as well. Like, yeah, cards are good for mobile, but when you're on a big computer and you've got like so many different things to work with, you can't really send yourself out to different content, which is, again, a flaw in itself. So I believe YouTube needs to literally get the head out of their ass, because they're not listening to anybody no more. They've like, all these people have, like, not all these people, but like YouTubers and stuff like that are like saying, yo, what's happening to this, what's happening to that, like, you've messed things up here. Like, sometimes it's not always down to YouTube, but this one in general, they're saying, yeah, we're stopping your ad revenue, certain people, and it's going to put people off and not doing it anymore, because it's like, well, that was the big goal of this. It's like, yeah, you can still continue, but you're not going to get ad revenue, which is fine, but people with like people who get the money in the first place are the ones that get their content published first, depending on your search results. Like, obviously, some people's search results are like, yeah, I want the most viewed first, get that. But then there's most people like, oh, I want these like big contenders to be first, so I know what to look at. But a lot of now people, when they see all this, when they want to do gaming or vlogging, like, vlogging is a unique way in itself. Like, for people who don't have social anxiety or anything anxiety like that, who are so proud of themselves in their own way. But the problem is, for some of these old, like, not the old, like, the newer people, they're not confident in themselves enough as it is. So now they're taking away, like, YouTube's taking away, like, the only confidence they really had. It's like saying, yeah, like, you see all these analytics and stuff, that's like, yeah, you're actually doing well in this bit. Then it just seems like they're taking all that away. It's like, yeah, we're not helping you out no more. You've got to struggle on your own until you get to this threshold. So it's like, well, great. and your content, like your freaking workshop, just says do unique content. Like, well, what is unique anymore? Like, even vloggers are not unique. It's the same premise over and over again. The only thing that makes it unique is that everyone's different in their own little way, and that's what it tells us. But when it goes to people that do want to do YouTube video, like gaming stuff, it's like all the games coming out at the same time anyway, and well, there's always going to be someone bigger playing that game, no matter what you do. So you could like bring out new content, new games or anything like that, but people will always play them first anyway. Like Minecraft, for example, everyone played it when it first came out, and now the Switch version came out, and everyone played the Switch version. So how can we get somewhere in YouTube where nothing is unique no more? Like, there's no help to say you need crystal clear quality. Like, when has that ever been a thing? I know some people do get a little bit antsy with like quality wise and stuff, but think of it way back when. Like, obviously they re-released the SNES again, Nintendo, and look at the quality on that. It's terrible, but there's still good games to play. Like, there's still 16-bit stuff, and I think they want to bring back the revolutionary stuff of everything as well. Like, obviously people come to YouTube for an easy way of getting money and stuff, which I understand that's why they've done it. But in the long run, this is the base of it. It just feels like they've just taken everything away from the new guys. Everything away from the new guys and only helping out the old guys. Because I think that's what they're listening to more. Obviously, they're going to be listening to the new guys. They're not going to listen to any of the new people because they want people to become more YouTube-friendly as well. But in the long run, no one is looking for new content no more. You post things on Twitter, Instagram, freaking LinkedIn and everything like that just to get content somewhere that says, oh yeah, look at my video, I've done this. And then people like won't watch it because like, well, you're a newbie. You're a noob. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, well, nobody knows what they're doing when they first start. So it's kind of awkward to get somewhere in the YouTube business nowadays because YouTube's not helping out no more. They're just taking things away from everybody, even the new guys. But they want to try and make it friendly for everybody, which doesn't make sense. So everyone who's trying their hardest can no longer get help anymore. Because it only seems like the only way to get stuff from YouTube now is to do music or Nightcore. Even Nightcore is not unique because everyone's done a song in Nightcore. Like, a song's out there that's already popular. It's already done. Like, vlogs are already done. No one wants to know about everyone's life story, but some people do. Some people like it. It just needs to, like, you have to have a flair. And not a lot of people do have flair. Like, there's a lot of YouTubers I've seen that some of them are comedic on purpose, some of them are trying to be comedic and it doesn't pull off very well, some of them try and it works, and there's some people who are just being normal, them being themselves, not accentuating it a little bit. Like Jacksepticeye says he is normally loud, but again, he's over-exaggerating it himself because he's already said that himself in a different way. He over-exaggerates when he's recording because he's with other people. But the main reason why I wanted to talk about it is because a lot of people will be like going away from YouTube now, saying like there's no point in it anymore because you're not getting anything out of it. But also at the same time, it's like you have to have two things. Like, someone could be on like 4,000 watch time, like 4,000 minutes of watch time, which can be easily done if you make like hour video content and you get loads of friends to watch it. That's like 60 minutes per person if they watch the entire video, which is great. But to get 1,000, you need to like get like 10 people is going to make it 600. But you need like 100 people to get it to 6,000, which is fantastic. I think that's how that works. Like 100 people, like, yeah, if you're popular in school, it's going to work well because you've got 100 people to help you out with it. But then that's only 100 people watching your videos every day, like normally. That's only 100. You need to have 1,000 people and watch one video of a minute long to actually... No, you don't. You need 4,000 people. Let me rephrase this. You need 1,000 subscribers, first of all, to get your ad revenue. Which is... When you look at the YouTube analytics, you need 1,000 for a lot of stuff anyway. Which is perfectly fine by my opinion. It's a nice little threshold. But there's nothing out there that's helping out the young ones or the new ones, like the people who are below the hundreds or below the thousands. Now, when you get to 1,000, you're like starting out on YouTube. When you get 10,000, you've made it. When you've reached 1 million, you've really fucking made it. When you've got 10 million, you're freaking sitting on gold, basically. Like, you're sitting on a gold mine. Because you can just create content and people just watch for the sake of it. But let's go back to the 1,000 things. Like, so you need like 1,000 people, 1,000 subscribers to watch a 4-minute video each to get 4,000 view minutes time, which is you've got to create 1,000 views. You've got to create like 4,000 videos a day. Like, you've got to create 4,000 videos in like a space of a year or something like that, just at a 4-minute pace. Yeah, sometimes you can increase it to 16, and then your subscriber count can obviously be leveled out, but you need both of them at the same time. It's like, it even said to me, you need 4,000 watch minutes and 1,000 subscribers. Now, personally for me, the most I've got ever on watch time is like 1,000 itself, so I was a quarter of the way there. But for the subscribers, I've only got 66. Might change after this video comes out. Like, it might be lower, might be higher, I don't know. But at the current time being, it is 66. And there should be a section on YouTube where it's like, want to find something new? Look at these new guys who are starting out. Or if you want to find something old, look at these old being people who are there. It's not... Now, there's people on YouTube as well that are helping the newbies to get better. And I think the biggest aspect of YouTube is all about reactions. That's what it was all based down to. Like, YouTube now is crowded with so many different aspects of different things what you can do, but nothing is ever the same anymore. Like, back in the day, YouTube was like normal day-to-day life. People was like, oh, look at this, I've seen a monkey do stupid shit. Like, it's animals doing stupid shit that still do stuff, which is great. Then you've got gamers, which are dying out now, to be honest, because everyone's got the same and things are just getting more and more advanced these days, like PC gaming as well. Like, to make it big in YouTube, you have to have a lot of money in the first place so you can get all this new stuff, which is really annoying for some people. Then you gotta like really have really good quality equipment as well. Like, it's like, say for example, if you only want to play PS4 games, now you need a HD TV to a start, which are quite cheap now. It's like £100 for one of those, or $100 or whatever. Then you need a PS4, which is like a max of like $400 anyway, because you need the PlayStation VR headset. That's like the max. The cheapest is probably like $150 or $200 anyway for a minimum one. And then from there, you need a good gaming laptop or a good processing laptop, which costs you like $1,000 as it is anyway. And then you need a good microphone, which is like $300 a piece. And then you need a mixing desk, which is like what you plug into the microphone in, which is like another $300 on top. And then you've got like your webcam, if you want a good one, they're another freaking $300 as well. So just to get where you want to be with a good quality stuff, or like really good quality stuff, you need to save up a lot of money. And then all these like kids who want, I want to do this, and they'll find out, oh wait, my microphone's not good, my laptop's not good, I can't afford a PS4, or I can't afford an Xbox One, I can't afford a gaming laptop. Like, gaming laptops cost $2,000, or even more, might cost $5,000. Obviously, I live in England, so for me, the best gaming computer I've seen is like £3,000, which is equivalent to $5,000. So it's getting harder and harder to get to people's likings. It's like, oh wow, you can't afford this crap, you're a fucking dickhead. Like, well, you can't afford it too, because or else you won't be watching this stuff, right? Yeah, people watch it sometimes for the person who's hosting, but a lot of people want to watch games because for the games they've not seen. That's why for me, I personally do all games that came out on the PS2 or on the PS1 or something like that, or the PS3, because the millennials these days wouldn't know what a PS1 or a PS2 is. Yeah, they might have one dusted off, but they'll never know all these great games that came out. That's why game companies are remaking all these old games, so all these like kids now are like 12 can play all the games that all these 25-year-olds or 20-year-olds played when they was a child. And it's like, wow, this is fantastic. So it's just, nowadays everything's just become to a giant loophole where people are trying to try their hardest to make content that's new and what's enjoyable. Yes, people enjoy games, but what's point trying to make a gaming channel when there is other gaming channels out there that are obviously better than everybody else? Like, even PewDiePie, there's people better than PewDiePie who have got less subscribers and not going nowhere. There's people better than Markiplier who are not going nowhere. There's people better than Jacksepticeye who's not going anywhere. I'm not saying I'm better than them, I'm fucking worse than them, I know that. I'm worse than them all three put together. Like, for example, there was a group called 8-Bit Gaming. Like, people have like a unique purpose on life of what they do. I'm just walking around in fucking circles. I don't want to go back to the Arcadia place. All these unique content stuff, like, for example, like everyone had their own little flair, on their own little shtick. Like when they started off, like PewDiePie was his like excessive screaming with his horror games. It is now gone because people don't want to see that no more. But then people do want to see it again. But then all these new horror games coming out that are not scary. So the aesthetic is no longer there. Same with Markiplier. He was the exact same thing. It was ad-libbed. It was horror. People liked it. Now with Jacksepticeye, he would just play whatever he wanted to and won a PewDiePie shout out. That's how he got so big and near enough bigger than Markiplier now because of how. Probably because he's just Irish. People like Irish accents. I don't fucking know. I don't understand it myself. But in the long run, this is my personal opinion. If you want to get like this new YouTube limit law now, where you cannot get ad revenue unless you're like you can't access AdSense or monetization laws until you've hit 1,000 subscribers and get 400,000 views in like not 4,000 views. Is it 4,000 views? More or less 4,000 watch time. Like 4,000 views is fucking hard. I don't even get freaking 100. But watch time's a lot more easier, higher number to aim for. But more of the questions or more of the problems that people are facing against is you need to try and be funny and scary at the same time. Like, I played horror games, but again, I don't have enough money to afford a really good high quality HD camera, and I'm not comfortable with the camera at the moment. In time, I will be, but at the Roly Mo, I am not ready to have a camera in my face. Not until I'm fully aware of it. Like when I first started YouTube with my friend, when I was with him, I was okay because I felt like, okay, someone's with me, I can talk to him, and that's about it. But then every time he left the room, I went dead silent because I was very, very anxious and very paranoid. Well, not paranoid, just very anxious. And then after about 2 years of doing it with him, I was like, I can do this on my own. I'm comfortable to do this on my own now. And like, look at like now, I don't fucking shut up when I'm in front of a freaking microphone. But when it comes to the face things, a lot of people can do it. You're talking to yourself with a camera, like, yeah, you'll feel awkward at first, like, why is like, then you like get used to it, and it's like, hey, it's normal now. Which is what I want to aim for. And then the horror games that I've already done can get better because then you got your reaction. It's like, oh god, and get terrified, which is what people want. That's why all these horror games get popular on YouTube because people react to it, and that's what people want. That's what people need. Whoopsie doodle. But either way, that's my little rant about YouTube now. I didn't really get down what I wanted to get across though. Like people, well, I did a bits here and bits in there. It's like basically the key ingredient or the key moment of all this is people need to try hard and know what they want to do before they start. You don't just go and say, I don't want to do. I'm just going to do a video and just go ad-lib it with it. Yeah, that's good for a vlog, but then if you don't have a script as such, just have like a limit. Like say, oh, talk about this, talk about this, talk about this before you start it. Like before this video, I knew what I wanted to talk about. I didn't write anything down. I know what my subject was. When I play all the other games, my subject is based on that. But sometimes you'll hear me go quiet because I've lost for words. So in those blank moments, I try and think of something to talk about, which is quite hard. But then when you've got a camera there, it might be a little bit harder to do. But I don't know. But that's all I wanted to really talk about today. Was all this like this problematic things that YouTube is really getting hold of now. They're stopping new creators getting money, which I understand that, but it feels like they're not helping out the new guys as much as they could. They could give us more hints on what they want from YouTube, like instead of saying, oh look, create content, that's good. How can you create good content if you don't know what good is yourself? Like, some people can look up to PewDiePie and say, oh, that's good content. All he does now is videos about memes. He rarely does video games. Like, yeah, he did Getting Over It. He did Doki Doki Literature Club. But aren't those games free? That's the point. Like, a good aspect, I would say, is what to do YouTube on is start off a YouTube account. That's simple. Try and get yourself a capture device, which are basically like $100 anyway now, which is fucking retarded. Or you can buy a really cheap one. Like I have one recording for the PS2 and like all the ones that are on HD, and they cost me like $10 or like £7. So it's not that expensive to have them, which is great. Get yourself a microphone. You can even use a phone now because they're good quality microphones in phones these days because everyone has a phone. And then from there, if you've got an Xbox One or a PS4, you might be getting it yearly anyway because you can't basically use them without internet. Well, Xbox One you can't, PS4 you can. But if you get like Xbox Gold or PlayStation Network, you get free games every month. Use that as your base ground to do YouTube on, and then you're good to go. but just try and make funny moments in the games. Like, I try for that. I don't try and force it out of myself, but if something happens, I go for it. And if not, it ends up failing anyway, because I try to do it beforehand. But just play it as you are yourself. Sometimes natural funniness will come to you. Play with a friend. Friends always bring out the best of you anyway, so because you're being yourself around them more clearly than you are on your own. So it'll help you out a little bit more. I'm not big myself, I know that. But by looking at other people's content and what they have suggested as well, it feels like what you need is more humour in life. And that's basically all you need. But that's me rambling for YouTube done for today. I'm going to go back to a normal routine now. Also, for the people who do kind of watch regularly, if you are watching this as well, I do usually do 2 videos a week. Mondays, like the routine I go for is obviously daily is now going to be Resident Evil. Mondays is like, what the fuck do I do? Mondays is Heavy Rain for the moment because of the Detroit game coming out, because I want to try and get myself prepared for it. Then there's Tuesday. What the fuck do I upload for Tuesday? See, I don't even know my own schedule until I've done it, which is quite weird. But from now on, I used to like try and aim for 2 videos a day, but now because of all this thing out, it's literally put me on a little bit of a downer. So like, there's no point in me trying for 2 videos a day anymore. Then, like, it's probably making me want to try harder and try go for 3. I do sometimes do 3 a day, but I don't want to do excessive too much. So, not all the time there's going to be 14 to 15 videos a week. Minimum, I want to try is go for 7, at least one a day. I'm going to go for my normal routine still, but if I miss a video out, I miss one out. Simple as that. I'll just continue as my normal routine as always. Like, oh, that missed. Fair enough. It's going to have to happen that way, because there's no point in me trying my hardest trying to stick up to this regime if YouTube's not going to help out. Because YouTube see all these people struggling and they don't care. So that's what's going to be happening. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there for today. And as always, this is Rixxalight, signing out.